How do you build a bankroll?
Yeah. So bankroll management is a huge part of being a better. So first of all, there's a couple things to take into consideration. One is what's your unit size, right? Like you don't want to bet everything on one or two bets. You have the bankroll management, typically 2 to 5% is a unit size for you. That is the first step, is just knowing what your unit size is. The other thing you have to be aware of is your value at risk. So let's say a 2% unit size, but on a college football Saturday, you got 50 bets out there, your entire value at risk is there. So there has been some math that's been done that says, okay, how do you actually do unit size based on value at risk? This is the Kelly criterion, and there's specifically some other pages that go through and how do you use Kelly criterion with multiple bets at the same time. I generally I don't go through the trouble of calculating what the reduction of the unit size would be for multiple value at risk. I just don't want to have more than 25% of my bankroll exposed at any given time. Let those play out and come back in. So that's just kind of a rule of thumb. I have different people manage that bankroll differently, but I first thing is setting a unit size. Second is understanding your value at risk. Third part would be how do you handle varying your unit size? Because there are times you should bet more or less than one unit. And that is based on your edge. Again, Kelly criterion goes into this. If you're familiar with it, you can go ahead and apply that. Most people use quarter Kelly because you get high variability if you use the full or even half Kelly recommendation. So a quarter Kelly is basically where you get to that 2% bankroll. One other thing to keep in mind is when you make that bet, how do you change it based on the odds for the payout, right? So if one of the more traditional ways to do it is you bet on a to win amount, you keep that the same. So if your unit size is $100, the odds are minus 110, you would put down the minus 110 to win 100. Similarly, if you have plus 200 odds there, you would only bet 50 so that your payout would be the $100. That way you scale it based on implied probability of payout. So that's a few top level things of bankroll management. There's a lot more people can go into, but that's like the high level.